I'm crunching. Whose house is this? My little red panda back there? Oh, we're just jumping in, huh? How do we intro it? Welcome to Adam Food Circus. I'm Adam. You want some pasta?
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
What do you want?
Let's make some carbonara.
Carbonara. So Adam said, what do you want to make? I said, carbonara. I don't know why, just popped into my head. It's a simple dish, classic dish. Well, classic being from like the 1940s. And classic carbonara is based on ingredients that were readily available because of American supplies after the war. So you had some bacon and you had some, cheese and eggs. And so they mixed that with to make a creamy pasta sauce. Doesn't have cream in it, by the way. So we're gonna do a healthier version that has no dairy, no eggs, none of it, but with all the flavor and better for you. So the traditional carbonara recipe has pork jowl bacon, guanciale in Italian, that is, it's a special kind of bacon. It's halfway between bacon and ham, I would say. So we're gonna use, gotta watch how I hold this thing. So today I found king oyster mushrooms. These are amazing, meaty, stringy mushrooms. You can peel these things like pulled pork. They're amazing. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get the mushrooms sauteing because they're very durable. Then we're gonna do the pasta on. While it's cooking, we're gonna make the sauce. We're gonna show you how to chop an onion. Oh! Pro tip, the claw. Have you heard of the claw? When you're cutting anything on a cutting board, you do not want your fingers out here. You don't wanna hold an onion like that. If anything happens, if it rolls over, it's going right onto your fingers. So, the claw. Your fingertips should be behind your knuckles. The knife will never touch your fingertips. If something can roll, it may roll towards you, so keep that in mind. Grip it one finger above the bolster. Then you're going to slice pole to pole. Now your onion will not roll. I like to take off the top. You can peel it back like that. Some people leave the root end on. All right, so this end right here, I did not slice that off. That means it's gonna stay together a little bit better. Then you slice, keeping in mind your final dice size. In this case, I want it to be pretty fine. You go down, you have your nice fine dice. And then when you get down to the end, you're just at the root and you can throw that in your compost. For this recipe, for 2 servings, we're gonna do 12 ounces of pasta, which is this. Grab it with your hands, boom. Half an onion, or if it's a small onion, whole onion. You're looking for about a half a cup of onion. Half of a block of tofu, which tofu is 16 ounces, 1 pound, so you want 8 ounces tofu, just cut it in half. It's not super important about the weight. One 15.5 ounce can of cannellini beans, some nutritional yeast, and some secret Indian black salt, kala namak, for that eggy flavor. We're going to make the sauce. We are using plant-based butter. They've gotten really good at doing plant-based butters. It's not margarine. It is a new flavorful thing, and you avoid dairy. So you're gonna heat up your pan, melt the butter, add your half a cup onion. Oh, it smells good. So there you go. Look, it's got a little color on it. It's a little toasty. A little Maillard reaction. The proteins and the sugars start toasting up. Take your marshmallowy, toasty onions into the blender. Ooh. And you take your tofu. Blender. Your beans. Blender. We're gonna do about 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. About that much. And then our secret ingredient, the Indian black salt, for that egginess. Make a couple of good shakes. Then I'm going to blend it. Half a teaspoon of salt. About that much. You can measure if you want, or do it to taste. Don't forget to put the lid on. I've seen a lot of videos. Yeah, that's good. Next step, we're gonna take our 2 cloves of garlic, chop them however you wish. Just doing a little simple slicey. Okay, we got our garlic cut. We're gonna cut there's a little bit of a rough tip on the mushroom. And we can take the top off. We cut that using our claw. We cut little strips and then we turn and cut that into little cubes. It doesn't have to be perfect. They don't have to be, we're not judging you on your cubeness. So we're gonna take a slice that way. Same idea. We're gonna make little flat strips. So think about what it's gonna feel like in your mouth. If you're cutting these little bits, how big a chunk do you want? What do you wanna bite into? I think little ham-sized dice, little cubes. So just a large dice. You can get king oyster mushrooms at any larger grocery store. They're starting to become more available as people are getting into healthier cooking. Mushrooms are a great meat alternative. Nutritious, sustainable, and they're tasty. There. Okay, so let's get these into the pan. Let me get some of our plant-based butter in the pan. Since the mushroom, I know this mushroom is gonna take a little longer to cook, I'm gonna leave the garlic out for now because I don't want the garlic to burn. Mushrooms hold a lot of moisture. So we're gonna cook them, let the moisture come out, and notice we did not rinse them. They have water in them already. They're clean, we're cooking them. They go in the pan, we'll saute them on medium heat. We'll check them in a second. Next step, while the mushrooms are cooking, we're gonna start our pasta. We're gonna take, this is 2 servings. If you do the OK method, that's about 12 ounces of pasta. I'm putting it in a shallow pan. The Italians are clutching their pearls right now, but this is a proven method. If you throw your pasta into cold water, we are gonna salt it, about a tablespoon of salt. Just adds flavor, has nothing to do with the cooking time. And that goes on the stove. Medium-high heat, like you would be boiling water for pasta. The science behind the cold water method of cooking pasta is that you don't have to use as much water, and then the starches get more concentrated. That gives you a richer pasta water, which is very important for the sauce. We got the sauce made, we got the mushrooms cooking. Look at this. The mushrooms are starting to give up some of their moisture. So it's been about 10 minutes. A little medium saute on these guys. Look at how golden they're getting. Golden is good. Now we're gonna take the garlic, a little bench scraper. All right, we're doing smoked paprika. We want about a half a teaspoon to start with, which is about that much. A little bit. Cook with your heart. If you like smoky, if you like paprika, do more. But the smoked paprika is really gonna give it that bacony kind of flavor. Oh, smell it. Smell it. Garlic is in there, and I put it in then because I didn't want it to burn. If you put it the whole time in there with the mushrooms, it will overcook. I like the garlic a little fresher, so in it goes with the paprika. And now we can turn that to low, let it stay warm until our pasta is ready. Pasta packages usually say 11 to 13 minutes, depending on the brand, for dried pasta. But I really do cook it to feel. Don't ever throw away your pasta water, at least save a cup of it, because it's important for the sauce afterwards. Al dente is not the final cooking stage. You don't want your pasta chewy and then plated like that. You're going for al dente, because it continues cooking when you put it in the sauce. They throw the pasta in al dente with the sauce, heat it up, and then the sauce absorbs into the pasta a little bit more. Then use some of the pasta water, makes it a nice smooth sauce. It's a beautiful thing. Al dente means to the tooth. It's gonna be a little chewy in the middle, and if you break it in half and you have really good eyes, you can see that it's a little white in the middle. There's a little different consistency in the center. That means it's not cooked all the way through. And that's what al dente means. It's got a little chew, got a little bite to it. So we're gonna stop that there. We're turning the heat off. We're heating up our final mixing pan, into which goes our mushrooms, and a little olive oil just to keep things slippery and flavorful. We're gonna take our pasta right into the pan. Save the cooking water. Peas add a nice little snap of color, and I don't think they're traditional to the dish, but we do what we want. I think they're good in it, so we're adding some peas. I'm just using a little pasta water to cook it. Sauce goes in the pan. So I'm using some pasta water. You just do it by feel, and as this heats up, you see it's getting thicker. It's starting to finish its cooking. It's gonna absorb all the goodness. Throwing the peas in. And they were just from frozen. I just threw them in the pasta water to defrost them. They don't need a lot of cooking at all. So they're just gonna warm up in here. Nice fresh, crisp peas. See, that looks so much better than just all brown, right? Oh, usually I add more salt, but that's just perfect. I'm just gonna add a good crack of black pepper. Now we plate and garnish. I'm going to use a little bit of our lemon from before. Don't waste anything, right? Take the zest. I'm gonna do the claw for a little tang. On solid surfaces. Oh yeah. Squishy. Now, if that sauce thickens up too much, add a little bit more pasta water. It's just that easy. Just make it to your consistency. I think this looks great. So we're gonna take a nice helping, put it on, give it a little spin while you're doing it. Gives you that little spiral. The danger. And then, since the bits like to stay at the bottom, we don't like to mix with those long noodles. You grab some of the extras and down to the top. And that is how you do the Adam Food Circus healthy take on a classic carbonara. Enjoy.